talk to me about RFK. He's the first episode of your podcast, which people can watch on your website. We have links below, but if you could tell it to us now, that would be great. Just thoughts on RFK. We actually had him on the show in April 2020 to talk about vaccinations, and he's actually the guy that convinced me to stay far away from them. And so it's been also fascinating to see him gain traction in the presidential race. And quite frankly, James, I've never seen a candidate like him that speaks so truthfully and honestly in a way that my subconscious is like, wow, this sounds very different than anybody else. Yeah, just your thoughts and your website too.
Yes. I mean, for those of you watching, O'KeefeMediaGroup.com, subscription-based, this is my first podcast. You can watch it, the full one, an hour long behind the paywall. I asked RFK, I try to ask questions people don't ask. I try to tell stories people don't tell. And undercover work can only get you so much. So I'm going to be doing a series every other week, mostly investigative podcasts, sort of documentaries about subject. But RFK, I asked him, are you afraid of these people hurting you? And he said to me, there are some things worse than death, which I think is very rare for a public official or a government official or politician to say. I think I admire that. I admire where he comes from. I admire what he's been through. And I think there's a lot of overlaps between him and me, or him and Trump, or we don't all agree on public policy, but I admire how brave he is. It's against his own interest to do what he has done in his family and in his political party. So he is a man of great courage. And it's very rare to see that. So I admire that in him. And I asked him questions about, like, when he worked on the Hudson River, cleaning up pollution. I asked him questions about his experience at Fox News with Roger Ailes and Rupert Murdoch, censoring him, the advertising pressures. And he told me, that you could watch the full podcast, O'KeefeMediaGroup.com. You can log in there, and $20. He said, when you go after Pfizer, you're really going after the Department of Defense, and how these organizations are linked. At first glance, it sounds crazy, but doing what I do and getting raided by the FBI, and the world isn't what it seems. And we pledge allegiance to the flag. We believe in these principles of this country. We'd like to believe, in these principles, but you go through these and you realize the forces you're up against. So we talked about that, and he's a fascinating man.
Yeah, he really is. He really is. I've been deeply impressed by him, but he was so blocked out from the media, and the anti-vaxxer and all that was so hard against him the last 2 years that they literally kind of silenced his narrative. But now that he's running for president, I feel like more and more people are actually listening to him and realizing that, wow, there's a lot here. He did a Twitter Spaces with Elon the other night, and I could just feel people hanging on his word, and I could feel, maybe I'm wrong, but I could feel everybody thinking, God damn, this guy is really well versed and really understands the intricacies of government over the past 40 or 50 years as like a historian, even to a certain extent.
Yeah, I asked him, is it worse today than J. Edgar Hoover? He said it's more insidious today at the FBI. I think he's probably right. But I think that there's like a Streisand effect happening where the more you get attacked, the bigger I know it's a cliche, right? But it's happening like exponentially. So even with what I've been through, like the more you get attacked or even ousted from your own company, it actually is probably people trust me even more now. I mean, it's kind of on brand, isn't it? You do a story on Pfizer and then you're thrown out of your company. It's like, it's really horrible timing that they chose to do it that way. Really stupid timing. If it's not a sign of compromise, then it's certainly a bad, horrible decision to do that, because it suggests something. And I think with RFK, he's blowing up because, and people on the sidelines, is he going to, people are watching, they're observing from the fence. I call them fence sitters. Even with me, like, is O'Keefe going to be okay? And then when you see that O'Keefe is okay, I'm going to wade my toe into the pool now. I think most spectators agree with what he's saying and want him to succeed, but they're afraid to say so or do so. They're waiting to see how it all shakes out. And what's happening in society is the more these people are attacked and targeted and censored, the more they're helped, trusted, respected by the Vox Populi, as Elon Musk says.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. I'm looking for partners, collaborators, colleagues who want to join forces with me around the globe and create real value, generational wealth, and financial freedom for everyone else around the world. Get involved in the cryptocurrency markets, get involved in the NFT markets. This is your moment. Life all comes down to a few moments. Don't let this pass. Now it's not too late. Next year's going to be too late. Ultimately, this is about freedom. That's the way I see it. This is about giving power back to the people and enabling billions of people worldwide to use the financial markets to improve their lives and those of their friends and their families and their communities. Honestly, I think it's a violation of human rights not to allow people basic access to financial services. Because right now people are being kept in the dark, they're being robbed of education, and it's a travesty. And so I'm looking for people that want to join me and be a part of this solution. And that all happens inside the DeFi Academy. The gains my students are making are absolutely amazing. Double, triple digit gains in the first month alone. That's amazing. This will change your life. Now is the time to get involved. I'm going to tell you exactly how my students in my academy made money in the last 30 days. I'm talking about real trading results. And let me just whet your appetite a little bit. Let me hit you with some numbers. I'm talking Brendan from New Zealand is up 68.77% on the month. Steve from Europe up 83%. Albert in Singapore up 169.9% on one single trade. I got Susan up 153% on her call options alone, also rocking 139% returns and 442% returns as well on individual trades. These are people that are changing their financial future in the last 30 days, but it's based on trading discipline. I've graduated over 500 students from inside my academy from over 54 countries around the world. It's amazing. When it comes to crypto, DeFi, and blockchain, we love this space. We truly believe it's the future. This is down to our core. It's authentic to what we're doing, and everybody can tell through the camera because you can't make this stuff up. If you're watching me now, wherever you are, I implore you, take 60 seconds right now and join my academy. Apply today. Now you've got a chance. Life all comes down to a few moments. What are you going to do? What's the choice that you're going to make?